Hi guys, welcome to another video. I am doing a series on my channel, Journey to Becoming a Doctor in the UK, where I am sharing everything about the whole process. So I'm making videos about the IELTS exams, the PLAB 1 exams, the PLAB 2 exams, and just some little things, some very detailed information. So if you're someone that is preparing for these exams or you want to work as a doctor in the UK, my channel has videos that are going to really help you. So subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, okay? So in this video, we are going to be talking about how much it costs to become a doctor in the UK. Everybody's talking about, yes, I'm writing the PLAB exam. Oh, I want to work as a doctor in the UK. But what about the money? How much is involved? How much do you have to invest in this whole process? So that is what we are going to break down into this video. So if you are someone that wants to get on this journey, it's a very good idea for you to know how much you would need to invest, how much you will need to save, how much you will need to raise, so that you know who you will start talking to, the number of jobs you will pick up in order for you to get enough money to start the process. As usual, I recommend anyone that if you want to get on this journey, start it as soon as possible, because if you're a Nigerian like me, our currency is not stable. It might be one amount today, tomorrow it might go higher. When I started this whole process, the exchange rate from Naira to US dollar was about 600 to 700, and now it's about 1,500. So it has more than doubled. So if you want to start the process, start it as soon as possible with the little money that you have. All right, so in this video you would know how much you need to start the process, to get through, to do some things in relation to the exam. All right, I've spoken too much, but it's money, so I have to prepare you people to hear how much. So that's what I just did. So let's get into it. So if you are going for these exams, the first thing that you have to do is to write the IELTS exam. The IELTS exam is the first part of the whole exam process for anyone that wants to work as a doctor in the UK. And I'll be giving the prices in US dollars, in pounds, and in Naira, because I'm a Nigerian and I'm sure a lot of you watching might be Nigerians as well. So the IELTS exam currently costs about £121. That's $161. And in Naira, that is 266,000 Naira. That's the cost of the exam. Some people might want to, take up some courses or register for some paid classes for the exams. That is up to you, but it's not entirely necessary. But that is the cost of the PLAB 1. That is the cost of the IELTS exam. So after passing the IELTS exam, the next thing is to register for the PLAB 1 exam. That's the first part of the UK medical licensing exam. And that costs £268. In dollars, that is $357. And in Naira, that is 589,600 Naira. Okay, that's the cost of the PLAB 1 exams. But to prepare for these exams, there are some things that you will need. You will need some study materials, some study resources. You might need to take up some courses. All of these are important to boost your score for the PLAB 1 exam. I fully recommend you paying for resources and doing everything possible to ensure that you are solid in your PLAB 1 exam. I just finished recording a video right now, which is about 10 mistakes that you should avoid if you are preparing for the PLAB 1 exam. That video will be so helpful to you if you are preparing for that exam. So go watch that video. It is on my channel. Link will be in the description box. Okay. Now for the PLAB 1 exam, there are different resources, but I'll be giving you PLABable subscription because that is the most common resource. So for the PLABable, you can pay £25 for the 3-month subscription. There are longer ones, but most people use 3 months to study for the exam. So £25 for the 3-month subscription, that is $33, and that is 55,000 Naira for the 3-month subscription. For me, I took the PLABable 4-day revision course. When I was preparing, I felt that I needed something extra. I felt I needed to boost my score. I needed some extra coaching, and I paid for the PLABable 4-day revision course, and that cost about £120 when I took it, but right now it is £130 for the PLAB 1 revision course. So you can choose to take that as well. If you take that, you will also be given their big mock as part of the package. But if you don't want to take that course, you can also pay for the PLABable big mock, and that costs £30 for the PLABable big mock. So those are some of the things that you can pay for. I also paid for the PLABable neurology revision course because I needed some extra help with neurology, and that cost about £25 to £30. So these are some of the things that I did to help myself to boost my PLAB 1 score. I have made a video on this channel talking about my PLAB 1 study process, study materials and everything, and you can go watch that video on this channel as it will help you to prepare for the exams. Alright, so that is it for the PLAB 1 exams. Now let's get to the second part. This is the PLAB 2 exams, the second part of the UK medical licensing exams. So when you're done with PLAB 1, if you've gotten your result, you have to book for the PLAB 2 exams. And this exam is done in the UK, which means that you have to travel all the way to the UK, and that is where a lot of the other costs comes from. So the cost of the PLAB 2 exam is £981. That is $1,308. And in Naira, that is 2,158,200 Naira. Exchange rates may vary slightly, but for now, that is the equivalent. Now, PLAB 2 exams, there are some other things that comes with it. So some people choose to take a course, register for an academy to prepare for the PLAB 2 exam, but that is up to you. I did not register for an academy, but if you can register for an academy, it might be helpful to you. I have a video on my channel where I spoke about how I prepared for my PLAB 2 exam. I told you guys my score for the PLAB 2 exam and how I did it without using an academy. So you can go watch that video. That might be helpful to you. But if you're using an academy, the average cost for an academy is within about £400 to £600. But let's just say you can get a course for £550. And in dollars, that is $732. And in Naira, that is 1,210,000 Naira. This covers like a 2 weeks course just to prepare you for the exams, and they will give you some of their materials as well. You can either do online, so an online version of this course, or an in-person version of it. I know there's one that is available here in Nigeria, but most people go to the UK and do that course like before the exam. So you can decide to take that if you think you need it. Yeah. So for the PLAB 2, once again, you have to apply for a UK visa. Now, the cost of getting the visa is £115 for the regular standard visitor's visa. Yes, you are going to the UK on a visitor's visa, and they will give you 6 months visa for your travel. So I have a video on my channel again talking about how to get the visitor's visa for the PLAB 2 exams, the documents needed, sponsorship, bank statements, and everything like that. It's a very detailed video, so please go watch that video. It will also be in the description box of this video. Alright, so it's £115 for the visa to get the UK standard visitors visa. Other things like bank statements, money that should be in your account, all those, I'm not adding it to the cost because you are not actually spending that money actively for the whole exam process. But go watch the visa video and you'll get more on that. So next thing, you need to book your flight ticket. Now, the cost of flight tickets ranges, depends on when you are booking. Sometimes it might be very high, sometimes it might come lower, but the average cost of a return ticket, and this is from Nigeria to Manchester, depending on where you're traveling from, it may vary, so you have to check. But I'm giving you the flight ticket from Nigeria, particularly Abuja to Manchester. Some people decide to actually travel to London But if you travel to London, then you also have to either fly from London to Manchester or get a bus or a train to travel to Manchester. But I use the direct flight, and I think that's more convenient if you are going there for the sole purpose of writing the exam. And the cost right now, you can say about 1.8 million naira. That is a return ticket, 1.8 million naira. So since I'm giving the price for just traveling from Nigeria, I will just tell you guys the equivalent in naira. About 1.7, 1.8. Sometimes you might get up to 2.5 million. It all depends on when you're booking. And these are for flights that have transit layover. So Qatar Airways, Ethiopian, Turkish. But if you are deciding to go with British Airways and you're taking a direct flight to the UK, that will cost a whole lot more. But I'm not mentioning that in this video because we are trying to, make the best out of how much we have. Okay. So I'm leaving it at about 1.8 million naira. Okay. Going to the UK, you need to find where to stay. If you already have somewhere to stay, you have family, friends, then that is very good. But if not, you have to find where to stay. So there are different accommodations available for people that have come for the PLAB 2 exams. If you're using an academy, some of them already have accommodations available, so you can just pay to stay there. But it just depends. Most people that go for the exam stay for about 10 days. Yeah, about 10 days. That's the average time. Although you can choose to stay shorter than that. But the accommodation for a single room with PLAB 2 apartments, they have a website so you can check them out. They're called PLAB 2 apartments. It's about 22 to 25 pounds. But you can confirm that, get a more detailed cost on their website. And the rooms are like double rooms. So there are 2 people that have to share the room. And that is the cost. So if you stay about 10 days, so you pay about £250, but then you also have to factor in cleaning fees. You pay a compulsory cleaning fee as well. So it's a shared apartment. If you watch my vlogs when I was in Manchester, I stayed in one of their apartments, although the room I stayed in was a bigger room, and this was not the cost of that room. So I stayed in a room for 2, so it was about 51 to 55 pounds per day. But for this one, it is a single room, about 25 pounds, and you share it with someone else. So there's a kitchen that is shared amongst everyone in the building. So you have to pay compulsory cleaning fees, because even if you not clean your room, the kitchen has to be cleaned, the environment has to be cleaned. So let's just add an extra £50. So let's say about £300 to cover your accommodation if you stay for an average of 10 days in the UK. Okay? So let's talk about miscellaneous. You're in the UK, you have to transport yourself, you have to feed, you might want to go out, not necessarily anywhere serious, but I would say an average cost, if you're staying for about 10 days, I think you should go with at least £300. Yeah, at least £300 to cover your feeding, your transportation. Yeah, that's a good amount that can cover you during that period, and some other miscellaneous costs that may come up. So £300 is a good amount. Okay. So now, after you have gone for the exams and you have come back and you have passed your PLAB 2 exam successfully, congratulations. So what next? That's not the end of all the payments. There are more things that you need to pay for. So the next thing you need to do is your EPIC verification. So your degree has to be verified by your university and by EPIC, and then it has to be sent to the UK. So I had already done some parts of the EPIC verification before, because my degree is already verified and I've used it to apply for some other countries. So I just needed to send it to the UK, and that just costs £50. But if you've not done the EPIC verification at all, it will cost about £165, 220 US dollars, or in naira about 363,000 naira for your degree to be verified and also sent to the UK. Okay, Now, after that, you also have to get a certificate of good standing. This is a document, a certificate that you're getting from a medical council that you have worked with. So, the medical council in Nigeria, for me to get that certificate of good standing, it costs exactly 390,000 naira. Yep, to get it. The price was recently increased. It was recently like tripled. So right now it costs about 390,000 naira to get it. If you're not a Nigerian, then you have to confirm from your own medical council how much it will cost to get you that document. Okay. So after you've gotten it, you now need to apply for your license and your full registration with the UK's Medical Council. Now, this is the cost of full registration. So it depends on when you graduated. So for those that graduated less than 5 years from when you are applying, you graduated less than 5 years ago, the cost of full registration is different. Those that have graduated from over 5 years ago, the cost is different, because of course it is assumed that if you've been working for over 5 years or you graduated from over 5 years ago, you should be earning a lot more, right? But depending on the country that you are in, salary is crazy. I have a video on my channel talking about how much I earn as a doctor. You can go watch that video. It's right here on this YouTube channel. But anyways, so if you graduated within 5 years of when you are applying, the cost of your full registration is £174. That is $232. And in Naira, that is 382,200 Naira. And if you graduated over 5 years from when you are applying, the cost is £445, $606, and in Naira, that is 1,001,000 Naira. So yeah, that is the cost of getting the full registration and license as a doctor in the UK. That is a lot. I have mentioned a lot of things, a lot of money, but that's it. Depending on your own personal experience, depending on your preference, there might be some other things that you would have to pay for. But I think I have covered a majority of things, almost everything that you end up paying for. Anything else might just be according to your preference. So it might be a bit more expensive or lesser. Maybe you want to stay for a shorter period of time, or you don't want to do an academy, or maybe you have less than 5 years. So a lot of these things can factor into the cost of how much you spend. Let's get into the total. Now, I'm going to tell you how much is the total of everything I have mentioned. But remember, it just depends on you. It might be a little bit cheaper, it might be a little bit more expensive, but I took the more expensive part of all the things that I have mentioned, and I'm going to give you the total right now. So in pounds, the total is £4,391 for everything I have mentioned. And in Naira, that is 9,440,650 Naira. I'll put the dollar equivalent on the screen because I didn't calculate the dollars equivalent. But yeah, that is almost 10 million Naira. That's a lot of money, but it's worth it. So if you're someone that wants to get on this journey, if you have 10 million Naira now, just, change it to dollars and start your process. Honestly, if you don't have up to that amount, you can just start with taking the IELTS exams. At least you can pay for that, and then you raise money for the PLAB 1 exam, raise money for the PLAB 2, and you just take it gradually. You don't actually have to have all the money together at once when starting the process. The little that you have, use it and start. And as you go, you can find ways. God can open doors of opportunities. God can use people to bless you throughout the process. But yeah, that is it. While assuming this video, I mentioned some other videos that I have put out on my YouTube channel regarding the PLAB journey. so you can go check it out. I have a whole lot of videos, and I'm filming a lot more videos about the PLAB 1 exam, the PLAB 2 exam, the IELTS exam, things that can help you on your journey to becoming a doctor in the UK. Okay, so if you're still watching, please give my video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below if there's any cost or anything that you think I missed or that you would also want to know, and I'll reply you in the comment section. Okay, subscribe to my YouTube channel, because if you are watching this video, you should be subscribed. My videos will be very helpful to you. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.